Yo, my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers. Welcome back to another match day of What's Football with our fans with your favorite social football analyst, Tsepiso Pitsi, aka Tsebzoro. The season is upon us, and with that being said, FPL's back. The greatest game outside of the real game of football. But to the ballers passing by, I hope you like what you see because I surely like what I do. And make sure to join the returning ballers who continue to show me gang love and appreciation by liking, commenting, as well as to subscribe. So let me not waste any more time with this match day and introduce my ballers who show dust in FPL, according to me. Even though I know I'm a good myself. Maralezi. Zaya Londi, how you doing, my bro?
I'm lekker, dog, on you.
Man's lekker, I'm also lekker. And then on his left, we've got Gracious. How are you, bro?
What's up, my dog? You good?
Easy. This is the man that finished number 1 in my league. Hey, top 5,000 in the world. What? Yeah? Monster.
Beast of notes.
So my ballers, I'll definitely be posting my league code across in the link, in the description, as well as on the video. And let's not waste any more time and starting off with speaking on the goalkeepers. So, I have my own tactics. Everyone has their own tactics. We've changed in the past. What works for us, what may work for you, may not work for me, and vice versa. So, Gracious, at times you have a starting keeper and the bench warmer, or at times you go with the strong keeper, like an Edison, for example, who's priced at 6 million, I think, and a weak keeper, or you use that 10 million budget on your keepers and then leave 90 million for the outfield. So what's worked for you and what do you think you're going to be using this season?
Okay, so like in the past, I tried cap it at 9.5
Away.
max. So I take a 4.5 and a 4.0 keeper.
Yeah.
Usually from the same team in case one gets injured.
Understand.
Start, no problem. I don't like worrying about my keepers. I hardly make transfers throughout the whole season.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this season it looks like Edison is coming in and I'm going to spend 10 million. And not the usual 9 million.
Always. On your end, Londi?
Actually, it's the same. I'm still hungover from that Nick Pope season when he was at Burnley. And it was 4.5.
Yeah.
I stick it exactly that. I did the same last year. It was Sanchez and Steele for Brighton.
Sure.
I don't like overcomplicating it. That whole... what if you select the wrong one for the week? You play the one that's going to get 2 points and the other one gets 6. So I don't like worrying about that.
Those
but
are the problems that come with FPL.
Trust,
but
but
5 million this season.
Yeah.
I think Ellison's 5.5, but might not be starting the season. I know today, I think they said Adrian is starting for the Community Shield.
Yeah.
By the way, this is being recorded on Saturday the 30th. The Community Shield is playing in 2 hours.
Yeah.
De Gea is 5 million, but I hear you. One or two of you will take some pointers and steal some points from these FPL beasts. Izinjas are called.
Yeah.
Aight, nah, that's what you think you'll be doing with the keepers. Okay, let's head into the defenders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it simple. Let's speak about the premium defenders.
Yeah.
Can't remember. I think Trent is 7.5 million.
Yeah.
Cancelo at 7. Robo's at 7 million. Man City's new number 7's at 7.
Yeah.
My Chelsea boys, James and Chilwell, are both at 6 million.
Yeah.
From your end, if you had to pick one between the two, James and Chilwell, who would you start?
I think Reece James.
Yeah.
I think his lack of injuries. I think the decreased competition on the right as a wing back.
Okay, yeah.
His consistency. The attacking prowess. I would have said, no, Lukaku leaving might have been a disadvantage, but I mean, him being there wasn't an advantage anyways.
Sure.
Chilwell is very good, but I'm just bothered by how injury prone he is. But yeah, definitely Reece James between the two.
On your side, as you can see, Arsenal has signed Zinchenko. He's at 5 million.
5 million.
He's a defender, but who we can easily see playing at midfield. Those are the clean sheet points that we like because he's further forward, can easily grab an assist. But with the new signings at defense, Arsenal with Zinchenko, we've seen how Perisic plays. He's going to work well for Conte as a wing back. How do you feel about them?
Well, to be honest, Zinchenko's looking like a good option right now. Because Tierney's still injured. Well, he's back in training, but he's always getting injury prone.
Yeah.
So, and Zinchenko might play in the midfield and might play as left back. So for 5 million as a midfield,
It's a bargain, man.
bargain, bro.
Yeah.
Take him in.
Like
And I
Yeah.
think in the game he's a defender.
he's a defender,
So-
yeah.
Mm.
Like you're saying,
Yeah.
5 million for a midfielder.
Yeah, and
Really is a
Arsenal's
bargain.
playing very well
Yeah.
actually, and they're
Had
actually
a hot
keeping
pre-season
clean
and
clean
games,
sheets. Yeah,
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
But just to add a point, if I were to take an Arsenal defender, I'd probably get Ramsdale, to be honest, because he's gonna play every game.
Right, as a
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
true, and those saves points. Yeah,
Nah, definitely.
very dramatic, but
So Veles, yeah, as in the past season, there's always been that steal of a defender, you know. Excuse the pun. You know, 2 seasons back, there was Lundstrom for 4 million.
Ah.
What a goat.
Some
Wow,
people
man.
couldn't jump on the bandwagon. You know, once upon a time, Alonso was a FPL goat. but he
Yeah.
wasn't 4 million. I think Dallas was originally a defender for 4 million. I succeeded very well off of him. Last
Same.
season, when I saw that 4 million man move, I made sure to jump on the train quickly with Tino Livramento, and it served me well.
Yeah.
When does the time come with this season when we invest in that 4 million defender? Or is it something to already have for the beginning of the season where you know money is already out?
Okay, so there's a player that used to play for Liverpool, Nico Williams.
Yep.
He's a good 4.0 defender.
Yeah.
So you should take a look at him.
yeah,
Nottingham Forest.
definitely. I have him. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out and say that because I think he's gonna come with that privilege that he played for Liverpool. He's
Yeah.
tested a bit in the Premier League.
Dope season.
You
The
know?
dope thing I just remember is that last season as well, Robo started the season injured and we all banked off of Tsimikas.
Yes,
And he was a nice
yes,
4 million.
exactly.
So my ballers, definitely look out for that 4 million defender. There's always one who just comes out with heat
Yeah,
every season.
it may not even be
Williams.
Nico Williams,
Yeah,
someone random from Fulham or something.
Asaz,
Yeah.
Nah, definitely.
Definitely not Fulham, but yeah.
Okay, the midfielders.
Yeah,
Gee, was they expensive this season? Son is 12 million,
that's crazy.
but he had a hot season, I understand.
Yeah,
Salah,
deserving.
the 13 million in my opinion is worth it.
Definitely.
I think the brain is 11.5, if not 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are we thinking? With seeing Man United bring attacking football back
Yeah.
and with them scoring goals, how are you looking at Sancho? I'm just pointing at you because you are a United supporter.
Yeah.
Sancho and Rashford getting game time. I think their prices are 7 to 8 million.
Yeah.
How do you see them doing?
Rashford is at 6.5,
Yeah.
which for starting
Midfielder.
Sadio Mane light, I think that's a good price. I'm not sold on Rashford as a player yet, but I think at that price points
Sure.
he hits a very nice sweet spot if
Yeah.
he's gonna get game time. He's not really competing with anyone on the left.
Yeah.
Sancho, I think for me, I want him to prove himself, and bag those assists, do it not only in preseason, but, in the league again,
Yeah.
because he's quite expensive for obviously a team that didn't do so well last
If I
season.
remember, his price has dropped this season.
Yeah,
which
dropped,
could
but still,
benefit
it just hasn't dropped enough for me,
Oh, yes.
considering what happened last season. And yeah, I'm not going to build it based off my emotions, but logic. I'm trying to
Logic.
catch this guy. It's going to be impossible,
He's
but
the-
yeah,
He's the man to beat.
exactly. So, yeah.
So, and then on your end, Mr. Man to beat,
Yeah.
we're waiting to see that budget midfielder,
Yeah.
Last season, Ben Rama was hot out the gates. Gallagher chipped in mid-season.
Oh, man,
very
what a
well.
player.
What a player,
Oh.
Held it down, yeah.
And then after the January transfer window, people ate well off of Bruno Guimaraes,
Yeah. Didn't jump on the
In the
train.
past
How do you
seasons-
guys see that? I mean,
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
past seasons, there's been a Suchek,
Yeah.
How do you pick out that guy? And when he kicks off after the 1 or 2 games, when do you decide when it's time to put him in?
Yeah. Well, right now there's actually 2 budget midfielders I'm looking at.
Sure.
Neto.
Oh,
Neto from Wolves,
yes. With him back with fitness. Yeah.
and Leon Bailey.
Oh,
I was
yes.
very impressed when he came on against United in pre-season.
Sure.
It's such a banger. So yeah, those are the 2 to look out for. And yeah, like Salah is a must. He's the best FPL assets in the game.
Yeah.
For sure.
Probably in history.
You know,
Yeah.
someone actually who performed very well yesterday, Dwight McNeil.
Oh, yes.
I know he's
Everton,
working. Yeah, I know he's working on a very small sample space, but I think he had 2 goals, if not 2 attacking returns.
Yeah.
Preseason, you know, we
Yeah.
have to use that FPL lingo. But I think, given his price point and how relatively proven in the Premier League he is,
100%.
obviously he played for Burnley, Sean Dyche. It's not really attacking football. He can really express himself. Um, Everton is not necessarily more attacking, but if anything, if he can get game time, I think a lot of people are going to jump on him. But let's just wait a couple of weeks and see, and then but definitely I'm looking out. I'm looking out for him as well.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys. You know, you've usually been ones to stay away from new signings, even though, yes, he has all the experience in the league and is a new signing within the league.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you know, Salah is a given. I assume.
If you don't start with Salah as on your draft, you're not going to make it.
100%.
It's just impossible.
It's a given. It's a given. It's a given. Now, moving into the forwards, you know, there's a whole lot of new signings. Jesus at 8, if not 8.5 million. You know, we've got Darwin Núñez, as well as the Terminator himself, Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about new signings? And if you had to pick 2 strikers, who would it be?
Definitely has to be Jesus. Preseason is on form. He's hot. Like, come on. And then obviously Haaland. You know, he's just a goal machine. Like, yo, he's crazy good.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez.
It's a time factor.
Hey, let's give him time.
With my chat, you know, City and Arsenal have nice opening fixtures. Like, I remember you mentioning Neto as a budget midfielder. They don't face last season's top 6 in their first 6 fixtures, so maybe even Jimenez is one to look at. I saw that Huang is actually registered as a midfielder this season instead of a forward. So, you know, if he's up top and getting goals, it's that 5 points versus the 4 points. But with that being said, y'all haven't mentioned Harry Kane. And you know, there's been that thing of he doesn't get off to quick starts.
And doesn't score in August, which is a fluke.
Doesn't score in August. But
that's not true. It's really a myth.
It is a myth. But how are you feeling about him this season off of what Spurs have been doing in preseason? Because he's gotten his goals.
Yeah.
Fine. Yes, it's preseason. But how do you feel?
I think, you know, Harry Kane, it's pretty unfortunate. He's being overlooked, I think, through the heroics of Son last season. And how he didn't really necessarily get off to a good start. So he kind of went under the radar. But from the time that he started scoring, if you look at his XG per 90 from that point onwards, then you'll see how impressive of a striker he's been. I'm looking into him. I think he's definitely at that 11.5 sweet spot to compete with Haaland. He's Premier League proven, but one thing with Haaland, he's never really needed time to adjust to anything, you know.
Sure.
And the fixtures for City look quite, you know, appetizing, whereas, you know, Spurs fixtures aren't as, you know, but it's Kane at the end of the day, as he mentioned earlier on.
When
it's
the
Kane.
hurricane starts going,
it doesn't stop.
Yeah,
it demolishes, you know.
The thing is, guys, City.
Yeah.
All they needed was a strike.
Yeah.
Mabtuli.
Yo, dog.
You know who we're not speaking about? Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
Obviously, game time is going to be an issue, but the way he plays, his ability to play false 9, he can get assists, you know, drop into the midfield, open up for Haaland if he can play with Haaland, find a way, because I feel like it's the perfect Lukaku, Martinez combination, you know, the big man, you know, the second striker.
Yeah.
He can bring that Aguero-esque type of movement. And if anything, he could and should adjust quicker to Pep's system, but game time is going to be a problem.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. So, just before we step into the captains, or the captains' picks for the first few weeks, which I feel is an easy one. Any word on the new teams, the promoted teams? You know, up top, Mitrovic is back with Fulham. The boy, Nottingham Forest has signed Jay Lings.
Hey, yo.
You know, I can't wait for him to score and then have a dancing celebration with the TikTok. You know, not much on Bournemouth with Solanke leading the line. I feel like they're going to get relegated, to be honest. You know, Pereira is a nice budget buy for Fulham,
Yeah.
as well as Solomon. What do you guys think about the promotion teams? Is it stay away, or is there someone you can take a risk with?
Well, as I said earlier on, Nico Williams plays for Nottingham Forest, good football in zero option. But then Mitrovic is a good striker,
Sure.
but in the Championship, not in the Premier League. He doesn't live up to what he does in the Championship, so I'd say stay away.
All right, now I'm also of that opinion. So, if you had to pick 3 players from one team, seeing that the maximum is 3 players per team, not necessarily mentioning the players, but with the opening fixtures, Arsenal's looking nice, City's looking hella nice. There's Wolves, but we know how strong Liverpool are. Which team do you feel you could buy 3 players from to start off the season?
Liverpool.
Serious?
Liverpool. There's 2 premiums that you have to have.
Yes.
100%.
Those we know who they are.
Know who they
and
are.
then you just pick your third one.
Your third one.
That's definitely
For those who are maybe new to FPL, the premiums we're talking about are Salah, the King, the Egyptian Pharaoh, and Route 66, Mr. TAA,
Yeah.
Alexander Arnold.
Yeah.
But yeah, from your end, Gracious?
Yeah, I was saying the reason why I wouldn't take Darwin Núñez because there's Luis Diaz for around the same price. So I'd rather take him because he's played in Prem and was hot last season. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a dope.
What do you guys think is
signing.
gonna happen to Jota? Just quickly.
Jota is goated. I think he starts over Núñez actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
For the
still
first
feel
few
he'll have a good share. I think he's injured for
Yeah, for
today's
now, yeah.
Community Shield, and
Yeah.
he's a forward this season, so
Exactly.
that might pull us away from him because he's a
Yeah.
forward now. That's 1 point.
He takes that
less.
spot. Yeah.
That's 1 point less with scoring. But with that being said, captain's pick for game week 1.
Salah.
Salah or Haaland, it wouldn't be a mistake. I think.
I feel
I
like
kn-
it's a no-brainer.
I know
with
Haaland
Salah.
is a gamble.
Yeah.
But if we know he's gonna start, oh man, that fixture looks appetizing, man.
Kane, Son on your end, the home game. FDR level 2.
Can't trust a Spurs player with anything,
Nah,
dog.
Spurs, bro. That's why they're known as bottlers, bro. They bottle everything.
Oh,
So,
by the way, as to why he's putting that much hate on Spurs, he's a gunner.
till the end, boys.
Till the end. But with that being said, my ballers, I hope we shared enough information for you guys to kick off the season well. I'll definitely post the league code and it will show across the screen, but it will be posted in the description. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also remember to follow me on my social media platforms on Instagram at What's Football Without Fans, as well as on Twitter at What's Football Without Fans. But until next time, my ballers, with my special guest, live long.